Compliments of the season and welcome to Sports Hub. Well, this is another special edition that we have tonight. Remember, last week I featured the victorious netballers who won the Africa Cup trophy for the very first time since Zambia got independence in 1964. So, today I have another victorious individual, but this time it's not in netball, but it's in pool. So I'll be introducing her later on this show. So remember, we're already in the festive mood. Next week, Tuesday will be Christmas. And the other Tuesday, next week Monday will be Christmas. Then the other Monday will be New Year. So, oh my God, I'm sure festivities have already started. So, all our segments are on tonight. We have what is trending in sports. We also have how much you know about your sportsmen and women. And the sports chick is here, Esther Mwale. Hello, and good to have you.
I'm so excited to be here.
Right. Last week I hosted the netballers. You should have seen how they played, how scintillating they were in Botswana to win the first ever Africa Cup of Nations trophy. But, and you have the potential to be a netballer.
Okay, I did follow them, and trust me, I was so excited seeing how they managed to accomplish everything that they did. I mean, it's not really easy. If I take you back, last year they failed to qualify for the World Cup, but this time around they were there. They just wanted to, fight, battle it all out, and they managed to make Zambia happy. So yeah.
Right. So what is trending this week?
So what is trending is, of course, the Africa Cup of Nations is just around the corner. Today we've got 27 days to go. But anyway, away from that, as we head to the Africa Cup of Nations, we had the 2023 CAF Awards that took place in Morocco. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on your TV screens right there, that is of course Barbara Banda. So unfortunately, Barbara Banda was not awarded as the best African woman of the year 2023. A lot of fans had so much to talk about, others were disappointed. But one thing that everybody should be excited about is that Barbara Banda, despite her not, receiving that award, she had to be named in the best 11 of the African best squad of the year 2023. So as you can see right there, she attended the CAF Awards in Morocco. At least she had to be there. But yeah, I mean, I'm running out of words, but yeah.
It's the don't touch my shoe for me.
She looked nice, modern. All right.
Nice, so, looking nice, Barbara Banda.
So despite Barbara Banda scoring a lot of goals, the Nigerians Osati Oshala, Barbara Banda did not walk away as the 2023 best CAF woman of the year. So as you can see right there, it was a night for the Nigerians. On your TV screens, we had Victor Osimhen. Everybody hoped to see Victor Osimhen being crowned as the 2023 CAF best men's player. I mean, he helped Napoli lift the Serie A title for the first time. Since I don't know how many years. The time that Maradona was there. Yeah, that was the time that Napoli was winning the first league last season. And of course it was Osati Oshala of Nigeria that had to be crowned as the 2023 CAF best female footballer of the year. So fans had so much to say in as much as she has been crowned as the best African woman African footballer of the year. She didn't really deserve the award because they believe that award was really heading to Barbara Banda. Barbara Banda scored more goals than Osate Oshala. But I think CAF also had considered what Osate Oshala had achieved. I don't know. So as you can see right here, we had Barbara Banda scoring 32 goals for both club and country in the year of 2023. Of course, Nigeria's Osati Oshala, she scored 28 goals for both club and country. And also we had Thebi Katanga, who scored 6 goals for both club and country. But yeah, the competition was between Barbara Banda and Osate Oshala. So Osate Oshala was injured throughout the World Cup. She was injured, or even the time that her club Barcelona was winning the Champions League, she was injured. So many people, so many fans had just taken to social media to talk about how they felt about it. Others felt as though it was really Barbara Banda's year, but you know, people that were voting just had, you know, a different side of story to tell. We also had, is it former South African defender? She had to come out, you know, to the public to say, I feel Barbara Banda deserved that award. But anyway, it's all in the past. We, you know, congratulate Osate Oshala. She becomes, you know, the 6th time best African footballer of the year. But apart from that, we also had other clubs that had to be crowned, you know, at the 2023 CAF Awards. And as far as the women's category is concerned, club level, we had Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa walking away with the best club of the year. I will not really say much on this one because Mamelodi Sundowns have already proven to us what they're capable of doing. We saw them in the, it should be in the CAF Champions League last season. They did it. Again, this season, again, they managed to do it. Of course, moving over, we had... Fatima Tangout of Morocco being named as the best interclub player of the year as well. This one for me is a deserved award because I've watched this lady play, and yeah, I think she's the best player right now, you know, in the Moroccan squad. She's a dangerous of war, according to what I've seen in the Moroccan squad. So yeah, she deserved that award. Of course, moving on to other teams that managed to, you know, walk out with awards on that night was the Moroccan national team being crowned as the national team of the year 2023. I mean, who wouldn't love to see Morocco being crowned the champions? I mean, the best club of the year, the best country rather, of the year 2023. They had, you know, shocked the entire world by reaching the semi-finals of the, you know, FIFA Men's World Cup. I never saw it rather coming through. Perhaps more, didn't you see it coming?
Oh yes, they did very well at the World Cup, breaking the records of going to the semi-finals for the very first time, the first African team and the first Arab team also going to the semi-finals of the World Cup. But they should watch out for them, Zambia, because those are the opponents at AFCON starting next month and also in the World Cup qualifiers.
All right, yeah, talking about Zambia, we've got 27 days to go to the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations, and trust me, oh my, our players are definitely on fire. Patson Daka finally to prove himself to, of course, his coach. So Enzo Marcus of Leicester City, the Leicester City boss, rather, you know, really had found time to give Patson Daka, you know, a chance to play, to prove himself on the pitch. But now with, you know, Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho being out of the squad, Patson Daka just had to utilize this moment to shine. So it has been 2 goals, 2 games for Patson Daka, so far so good. And yeah, Zambians are loving what they're seeing, owing to the fact that we'll be heading to the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations. So yeah, it is good to see our players fit, and of course being able to you know, make us proud. Of course, moving on, we had Lamek Banda as well making headlines. So Lamek Banda has also been having a good game in as far as the Serie A is concerned. So Lamek Banda has also been having, has been involved in in some, you know, crucial goals in this past 2 games that he has had for, you know, Lecce Football Club. And he currently has made, you know, 10 dribbles and 50 appearances for Lecce Football Club. I mean, who would have known that it's you know, it's happening so soon, so quick for Lamek Banda. He has become a regular starter at his club, and a lot of people are loving to see what, you know, what he's been doing. I mean, his speed is just so marvel to watch. You can't even take your eyes off Lamek Banda. You just want to watch Lamek Banda. For me, I think I get to watch Lecce because I want to see Lamek Banda run. Yeah, so that's what is happening. And talking about the Africa Cup of Nations, Coach Avram Grant has scored a 55-member squad that will take part in as far as the Africa Cup of Nations is concerned. So now, this 55-member squad doesn't mean that the whole squad is going to play. No, it's going, of course, to make sure that the best you know, players that put in a lot of efforts be able to be selected. But what has left a lot of fans talking is, of course, the calling back of Ami Mawika. So Ami Mawika has been called to the national team, left, right and center, but unfortunately we have not seen Ami Mawika. So yet again, Avram Grant has given him an opportunity. He has called him back to the squad that is, supposed to take part in the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations. So a lot of soccer fans out there are keeping their fingers crossed. They're hoping to see America finally coming to, the Zambian squad, just be able to add, his experience to the defense, because in as much as we're winning, but our defense kind of a little bit shaky. So with the acquisition of America, we definitely need that. So other players.
Have you compared the heights? He looks like a giant.
He's a giant. So if we were to add him to our squad, obviously we had a plus. The likes of Stopil and Sunzu, and of course Frankie Musonda. And talking about Frankie Musonda model, reports have it that he's the only player at this club, AYR United in Scotland, that is able, to play or rather represent the club at international level. So there's no other player at his club that has been able to be called for national duty. And as I don't know if it's I should say, talking of appreciation, they made a jersey, with Frankie Musonda, a Zambian jersey with Frankie Musonda's name. And reports have it that this jersey is now sold out. People are happy. They're happy that Frankie Musonda is representing us very well. He never disappoints every time he comes to represent, his motherland. So yeah, this was happening. And we're hoping to see more of him come in the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations. Yeah, moving on to other news. Today marks exactly 1 year, 365 days ever since Argentina had to beat France at the World Cup, 2022 World Cup. And yeah, as you can see right there in the picture, we should have the likes of Leo Messi lifting the trophy. Just something that he has been fighting so hard to accomplish for his national team, and he just did that. So we're still celebrating. Actually, I'm not yet over it. I'm still having goosebumps. Okay, so now moving on to our other story, taking you to the English Premier League. So as you can see here, we had an awesome game between Brentford and Aston Villa. So Aston Villa have been on fire this season. They're in the top 4 of the English Premier League, and I know a lot of people are shocked. They never really saw that coming. But over the weekend, we had Aston Villa take on Brentford, and as well as the game was about to end, we had this drama happening where the Aston Villa goalkeeper had to come out and get the ball. Instead of just getting the ball, asasunka umnankwe. Umnankwe tapaife amsai mine fi omwini amsunka. In the process, tension, happened. Then kwasa kwa isanankan waka eroyo Bernard Kamara, who came to stop the fight. It was the received red card. So I don't really know what happened to the referees back then. But anyway, sir, it was a dramatic encounter coming from, the Aston Villa's goalkeeper, but we're hoping to see the very best of Aston Villa coming in the next games. So yeah, that is what I had for you today, Moden.
Thank you very much, Esther. Wow, a lot that you've offloaded for us. And I know you missed last week.
Yes, so I had so much to talk about.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's Esther Mwale, who is on FM sports anchor, just giving us what is trending in sports. We move on. We go to a segment we call How Much Do You Know About Your Sportsmen and Women? So last week, we showed you a photo of national netball team goal shooter, and this is none other than Diana Banda. So she's the only Zambian player to play at 2 World Cups, in 1999 when she was only 20 years of age, and in 2015 in Australia. In 1999 it was in New Zealand, in 2015 it was in Australia, and she's the only one to play 2 World Cups, and she was also part of the historic triumph in Botswana, where Zambia won the first ever African trophy at the age of 44. So she is a legend indeed in netball. And Boniface Himwaba of Matero in Lusaka got it right via WhatsApp, and he'll be receiving his talk time. Today I have another one for you. I want you to identify the sportsman. That would be that one on the screen. Do you know that sportsman? Who is he? If you know him, the number to call us on is 0211 25 30 25, 0211 25 30 25, or you can still send a WhatsApp message on 0955 20 29 04, 0955 20 29 04, or you can go to Facebook, go and check out our post for today. Then you can leave your comment there, then we'll pick it up. So you can go to Sports, our Facebook page, or Modern Sinkala Sports, then we'll be glad to hear from you. Let's look at the results now from the weekend. We had the International Boxing Tournament at Government Complex where 10 bouts were being hosted, and these fights were shown on ZNBC TV3, this same channel. So let's look at the results. So we had the super featherweight international fight involving David Kapusu of Zambia and Pempero Nkoma of Malawi. We saw David Kapusu winning on unanimous point decision after the fight went a full length. Then in the light welterweight national fight, this was Zambia versus Zambia. Remy Simbe versus Hilary Kataya of Sting Boxing Promotions, and this one, Remy Simbe won it on unanimous point decision. Then in the super featherweight international fight, this involved Mumbela Mukuni of Zambia and Alik Mwenda of Mumbela Mukuni of Zambia and Tatenda Biningu of Zimbabwe. This one, the Zimbabwean won on unanimous point decision. Then in the super middleweight international fight, Clever Sitole of Zimbabwe versus Alik Mwenda of Malawi. Sitole won via technical knockout after 8 rounds. So it was in the 8th round that he won. Then in the super bantamweight international fight between Lina Kasweka of Zambia and Loveness Koka of Malawi, Lina Kasweka won via technical knockout in the 3rd round. In the super welterweight international fight, Brandon Dennis of Zimbabwe beat Sheriff Kasongo of DRC on unanimous point decision. Then in the super bantamweight international fight between Gracious Simualizi of Zambia and Clifford Antafo of Malawi, Gracious won on unanimous point decision. In the middleweight international fight between Mbachi Kaonga of Zambia and Wongani Kainga of Malawi, it was a technical knockout in the 1st round. So Mbachi Kaonga won this one. Then in the heavyweight international fight between Charles Manyuchi of Zimbabwe and Donald Kampamba of Zambia. So do you imagine Charles Manyuchi has now gained and is now fighting in heavyweight. So he beat Donald Kampamba on unanimous point decision. Then the main fight was between David Mwale of Zambia and Innocent Mantengu of South Africa, and Mwale won on unanimous point decision after the fight went all the way up to the final round. So it was 12 rounds. So we already have a caller. Hello, good evening and welcome to Sports Hub.
Hello, good evening.
Right. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Jackie Chifweta.
Jack Chilweta.
Chifweta.
Chifweta. Okay, where are you calling us from?
Ndola Chifubu.
Ndola Chifubu. Okay, you want to attempt. Can you identify the sportsman on the photo?
The sportsman is Samuel Zumunjofu.
Are you very sure?
Very sure. Samuel Zumunjofu. He was playing for my Temfida Wanderers.
Right.
Very sure. And he coached the national team.
Okay, what else do you remember about him?
I can remember him when he was playing for Mighty, and he was a coach, and he was named after Charity Shield. It was named after him, Charity Shield.
All right, thank you so much for coming through. Don't go, just hold the line in case you've got it correct. So we'll be able to announce the results at the end of this program. So hold the line so to give us your details.
So I hold the line.
All right, so that's our caller from Ndola there. Thank you so much for coming through. So yes, I was saying, so in terms of boxing results, so congratulations to David Mwale. He is the new bantamweight champion of the African Boxing Union. So congratulations to David Mwale. From boxing, we go to netball. the MENA closing tournament, which was held in Lusaka at NAPSA Sports Complex. So in the women's category, we saw Green Buffaloes winning it. Second were NAPSA, and then Lusaka City Council were number 3. In the men's category, it was Green Buffaloes winning. Second was Green Eagles. Third was Nkwazi. Then in the community category, it was Chawama Secret Girls winning, followed by Golden Angels, then Chivolia Stars in third position. Then overall, in terms of the league, the MENA league, it's Green Buffaloes again that conquered. They are the champions, followed by Prison Leopards, then NAPSA third. In the men's category, it's Green Eagles first, Green Buffaloes second, and Nkwazi third. From netball, let's go to football now. In the MTN Super League, week 16 results on Saturday, it was Forest Rangers 2, Green Eagles 0. FC Muza 1, Kansanshi Dynamos 0. FC Muza beating Kansanshi Dynamos for the first time. Mufulira Wanderers 1, Power Dynamos 3. Avena Mirambo losing at home. NAPSA Stars 0, Konkola Blades 0. And Prison Leopards 0, Nkwazi 1. Red Arrows 1, Green Eagles 2. Trident 2, Zesco United 3. And Zesco United are now leading on the table. Then on Sunday, it was Mtondo Stars 1, Zanaco 0. Well, Abaichewa Suma Bakalamba, Mtondo Stars. Then Nkana 0, Kawe Warriors 1. Then we go to the second tier of the ZPL, which is the Zambian Premier League. So in the National Division 1, week 16 results, Saturday it was Atletico Lusaka 5, Aguila Stars 2, Young Green Buffaloes 0, Nchanga Rangers 2, Kafue Eagles 0, Zesco Malaiti Rangers 1, National Assembly 0, Chambishi 1, Kito United 1, City of Lusaka 0. What is happening to City of Lusaka? Quattro Kalumbila 0, Mpulungu Harbour 1. On Sunday, it was Chipata United 0, Indeni 0, Jumulo 1, and Young Prison Leopards 2. The game between Mpulungu Youth and Lumwana Radiance was postponed. Then we go to women's football now. On Saturday, it was Zescondola Girls 14, and Kawe Celtic Queens 0. Do you believe it? Yes, that was the scoreline. Then Trident Queens 1, Niassa Queens 0, Chipata Girls 0, Elite Ladies 3, Indeni Roses 4, Police Dove Queens 0. On Sunday, it was Green Buffaloes 5, Zanaco Ladies 0. This is the game we showed on this same channel. Luyando Foundation 1, Red Arrows 2. This is another game we showed. Then ZISD Women 5, Campisa Police Blue Eagles 0. Nkwazi Queens 1, National Assembly 0. Queens Sports Academy 0. Green Eagles Women 2. So that's what happened in the Women's League. And Indeni Roses are leading by just 1 point. Green Buffaloes are behind, but they have fewer games. In the English Premier League, week 17 results, it was Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. That was on Friday. On Saturday, it was Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 3, Fulham 0, then Burnley 0, Everton 2. On Sunday, it was the league leaders, Arsenal beating Brighton by 2-0, Brentford 1, Aston Villa 2, West Ham United 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. And Liverpool failed to beat Man United. If they won that game, they were going to go top of the table. They were going to maintain, but they drew 0-0 with Manchester United. We wind up results with the Spanish La Liga, week 17 results. On Friday, it was Osasuna 1, Rayo Vallecano 0. Saturday, it was Celta Vigo 1, Granada 0, Athletic Bilbao 2, Atletico Madrid 0. Then Sevilla 0, Getafe 3, Valencia 1, Barcelona 1. Sunday it was Almeria 0, Mallorca 0, Real Sociedad 0, Real Betis 0, Las Palmas 1, Cadiz 1, Real Madrid 4, Villarreal 1. Then tonight at 22 hours, Girona are taking on Alaves. So this is the team to watch. So they are on top, they are topping, and you know, everyone is wondering, where is this team coming from? So yes, watch the league leaders at 22 hours tonight. So before I introduce my guest in the studio tonight, let's have some entertainment. Join us shortly.
Jazzy Boy Zambia, Zambia, King Dande, Kayambo, the king of the dance hall, Felix Feligo, let's go, Zambia, Zambia. Production, ladies and gentlemen.
Sugar sounds. Oh yeah.
Okay, so those are various artists and they are saying Bola Nalesa. Yeah, I'm dedicating that song to all the victorious teams and all the teams that are preparing for any upcoming events. Chipolopolo playing AFCON next month. Okay, time for me to introduce my guest in the studio. She was in Zimbabwe to participate in the Queen's International Pool Tournament. Actually, I'm told this is one of the majors in Africa, and she went there and she conquered. I'm talking about Juliet Nyika. Please help me welcome my guest tonight. And obviously she's accompanied by the Zambia Pool Union. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. It's rare nowadays to see people playing pool. And we also have Tesfa Shinkombwe, who is the Zambia Pool Union General Secretary. But you have the height of a basketballer. You're supposed to be playing basketball.
I think I'll start playing basketball. I've considered
and netball as well.
For her.
All right, so straight away, we want to know more about you. Tell us more about yourself. Who is Juliet Nyika? When were you born? Where? How was your childhood like?
Okay. I was born in Chilanga at Chilanga Clinic in 1996.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a single mother of one. I come from a family of 3. I'm the second child, girls only.
Oh, okay, all right. We'll be seeing the photo of you and the family, and obviously you have a son, right?
No, I have a daughter.
It's a daughter?
Yes.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 9.
9? Ah, okay. Right. So, born about 27 years ago in Chilanga. How did you grow up? Were you a sporty child?
No, not really.
Okay.
I used to play a lot then. But I started playing pool in between 2009 and 2008. It was just for fun.
By then?
2018, when I was introduced to Zambia'S Pool Union.
Okay.
By a friend.
Before I get to that, tell us about your education background. When did you start school? Which schools did you go to, and all that?
To be honest, I don't really remember, but I was at Chilanga. By then it was Chilanga Basic. Now it's primary. And then I was at Parklands, but I didn't finish. I didn't write my grade 12.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So while at school, were you involved in any sports activities? What were you doing at school? What were you active in?
I used to like soccer, but I lost interest when I had my injury. Then I started playing pool.
Okay. Right. Okay, so getting to pool, Who inspired you to get into football?
No one. I just developed an interest. Because
How did it come about? How did the interest come about?
In Chilanga there was a place called the Complex way back, and there used to be a table there. So most of the times would go there with my friends. I would watch people play, and then one day I just said I also want to play.
Right. So you mentioned 2008, 2009, somewhere there. Very few women were playing pool then in Tesfa.
Yes, very, very few actually. I think about a handful, you know, I would say. But now, of course, you know, a lot are playing. We've got a national team up and running. We're winning bronze at the World Cup. We're winning gold at international events like Juliet did. So yeah, now we're happening.
All right. What is it that you've done to attract women to come? Because obviously the challenge for most women to come through and play pool is maybe because where you are playing from, mostly you play from bars and all that.
Yes.
What have you done to attract women to come for?
And that was, I think, the biggest challenge, you know. I'm sure Juliet had some challenges, you know, when she was just starting out. We have moved the sport, especially the professional side of it, from the bars, you know, to what we're calling sports parlors or pool parlors, you know, and I think that has brought in more ladies and more youngsters, more children, you know. Now we have an under 23 national team as well, you know. So yeah, so this is where all this is coming from, moving the sport away from the drinking places. Of course, we have some venues where people can enjoy a beer here and there, but the professional side of it has been moved away from the bar, because, you know, a pool is a professional sport, you know, and the government recognizes us now and is actually sponsoring us, you know. So yeah, so we need to give our sport the much needed respect, and that of course is yielding champions, as you can see.
Right. Juliet, when you started playing for fun, where were you playing from? From the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
It was very uncomfortable because you're playing and then there are a lot of guys, very uncomfortable bending and all.
Yeah.
But now it's actually better.
Right. What did your parents tell you when they heard no, you are actually going to the bars to play pool?
Actually, they didn't know. I was hiding it.
Okay.
Because they would have killed me.
No, right?
Okay. So at what point did you finally tell them?
In 2018, when I wanted to move out from home, because where I was playing from and where I was living was far. Like I would have challenges when going back home, taxis and whatnot. So when I told my mom that I wanted to move to Kaunda Square, she was like, no, Kaunda Square, for what? There's no one there for you. Like, I really want to go because I'm having difficulties with movements. So then she was like, but this sport, what are you going to do? So we had a tournament, I think that was 2019 at Mulungushi.
Yeah.
And then I invited her to come and watch. And then it was mixed with guys, but we were given a head start. I came out number 4.
Right.
So when she saw that, she was like, okay.
Started believing in you now.
Yes, she started believing. She was convinced with the sport. She was like, okay, now it's fine. You can go for it. At least I know what happens there.
Right. So which established club did you start with?
With Guardian Pool Club. That was my first club. And then I moved to Moche. Then 3 years ago I went to Kafupi, so I'm with Kafupi right now.
Okay. And how did you progress? Like, how has been your performance so far from the time you started?
I'm improving. I'm improving, yeah, I can see the improvements.
Okay. Tell us about the national team call-up when you were called to be part of the national team. How did that feel and what did it mean to your career?
To be honest, I was very excited. I didn't think I was going to make it. I was because there's a bit of competition. And then after, actually I qualified because I won a tournament at Spice. So I was just, after winning the tournament, I just went direct.
Right. Well, and of course now you should be among the elites. Tesfa, who is the current national champion amongst women? We know amongst men, I know there's a lot of competition amongst men, but amongst women, who is
It's Juliet Nyika.
Oh, so even in okay, so even in Zambia, she's the current national champion. Where is Rachel?
Oh my goodness, Rachel is in the US now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's she actually requested that this program be recorded for her so she can watch it. You know, so yeah, she's in the US, but you know, she's been following keenly.
So has she stopped playing pool?
No. She hasn't. She actually sent in some videos and pictures, you know, of her playing and stuff. Yeah, you know, as our first women's captain, you know, she's following, and and of course some of this success can be attributed to her, you know, because because she really encouraged the ladies when she was here, you know. Of course the coaches as well, Coach Uncle Mark. Yeah, Uncle Mark as well as Coach Bongi. I think that they've done very well with our ladies. You know, it has taken a lot of hard work, of course, but I believe now we are actually almost there. You know, we want to produce a world champion overall. You know, that is when we'll say that I think Zambia Pool Union and the ladies have actually done it.
Right. So talking of Rachel, she's one of those that I hosted right on this show. I think that was before you went to the World Cup.
Yes.
Right, and Zambia reaped a bronze medal.
Yes.
Bronze, yes. So that's Rachel. So now we have Juliet Nyika here. She's the national champion. There was that team for only women. I've just forgotten the name. Dynamite. And they're still there.
Yes.
What happens when you meet with? I mean, your club meets Dynamite.
The last time we played Dynamite, I won all my games.
It's interesting. So tell us about the experience of you being at the Africa Cup and also at the World Cup. How did it feel, and how was your experience being there?
It was really nice going for a World Cup, like representing Zambia for the first time.
You were nervous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember you calling and saying, I don't know what to do.
I was a bit nervous. I think that's the reason why I couldn't even perform well in my games, because I was scared. Maybe by names, you hear this person is good, and then before you even play with them, you're already defeated.
Right.
So I think now I can take anyone.
Okay, so at that point of view, you didn't put up your splendid performance.
Yes.
All right. But this year, Juliet was in Zimbabwe, where she competed at the Queen's International Pool Tournament and won it. So we have a clip for the final where she faced a Zimbabwean. So let's just show you what happened. Wow.
Yeah.
So that was the final of the Queen's International Pool Tournament in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. Well, tell us about that feeling. You know, there was you had so much support. Chipolo Polo, yeah.
I had so much support, but I was nervous. I was very scared because the Zimbabweans, they were just behind me and they were screaming in their language. They were like, don't worry, she's missing. Now I'm thinking, should I go for a hard shot or I just go for a soft shot? So I was like, oof. After that, I was like, yes, I did it.
Wow. So there were Zambians as well, those that were singing Chipolo Polo.
Yes.
So you had a lot of support as well.
Yes, we were actually 3 ladies and then we had like between 8, I think, between 8 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What does that win mean to your career?
It is everything to me. Like winning that tournament, I've always wished for it. Like I also want to win a tournament.
A big tournament.
Yeah. Like the one we won, I won, because we had so many countries there. So I'm really proud of myself.
Right. And for Zambia Pool Union, what does this mean?
Yeah, it means the world, you know. It's just like Juliet said, it means the world to her, it means the world to Zambia Pool Union, it means the world to Zambian pool at large, you know, because this shows that all the efforts that we've been putting into the sport, you know, for the past, you know, say 10 years, you know, or thereabouts, you know, are finally, you know, coming to life, you know, and obviously this is an encouragement also to the other ladies, you know, to show them that pool is not just a game played by men, you know. Come out in numbers, you know, come and experience it. If you can't play, we can still teach you. We have coaches, you know, that are able to teach you. There's very good places where you can sit, you know, enjoy your water or your Coca-Cola or whatever it is you want to drink, you know, and just be comfortable, you know. Now pool is managed better than it was before, you know, and of course I mentioned that we have actually managed to move the professional side of it from the bars, you know, to pool parlors, and I think that should encourage everyone now to come and participate.
Right, and people are saying the future is so bright for women. I think like everything is going women.
Yes.
When it comes to football, the Copper Queens qualifying in grand style to the Africa Women Cup of Nations. Then netball also, the women winning the trophy. And now we have Juliet here. All right, so this is so encouraging to the women. So if people want to join pool, where do they have to go? We are actually re-establishing our offices now, but for now, obviously, you can follow our Facebook page, Zambia Pool Union. It's very active and everything happens there. They'll find contact details there, and then they'll be able to follow through with that. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, I also think Barbara Banda should have won that the other one. You know, I think the future is female. Right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? I don't know if I asked you last time.
Yeah.
For other areas who I mean, there are people who would want to play pool, but it looks like it's concentrated in Lusaka. What happens to people in Chinga?
No, actually,
Luapula.
You know,
Southern.
I actually had a meeting today with one of the coordinators from Nakonde. You know, yes. So they actually have a league up and running, but they are not affiliated yet to Zambia Pool Union. So so I was encouraging them, you know, to get affiliated so they can get professionalized, and their players can actually have a chance also to get trained and be able to participate like Juliet did. Of course, we have Kabwe that is up and running and affiliated Zambia Pool Union, Copper Belt. We actually starting a league 2024. Livingstone as well affiliated, Mazabuka affiliated, Chipata, there's a provincial pool association there, you know. So pool is growing. Okay, we know obviously that we have millions of Zambians that are playing the sport. You know, yeah, but now on a social level, yes. But now we're bringing them closer. You know, so that we can actually recognize them as affiliates, and they can also go pro.
Okay, so in future maybe you can introduce national league, or maybe
yes.
those champions in those areas can come maybe to Lusaka
and play, yes, and play national league or Champions League. Yeah, something like that is also actually in the pipeline. Of course, we submitted our budgets to the Ministry of Sport and the Sports Council, and 2024 actually looks very, very promising. And we hope to be able to set up our academies. We'll be talking about setting up academies for a very long time now, but obviously that hasn't come to pass, you know, because of lack of funding. Obviously we've had promises from the government that we'll receive a grant here and there, but obviously we hope that we can receive that come 2024, and then we can support the grassroots.
Okay, Juliet, what next for you, and how far do you want to go in your pool career?
Actually, next month I have there's a tournament in Eswatini, and I want to participate, but funds. So we're hoping, I'm hoping that if I can have sponsors on board to help, then I can play. And then next year we have the IPA.
Yes,
that's in England.
Yeah.
So we're
and
hoping,
the World Cup in October in England.
Again.
Yeah.
So we're just hoping we have sponsors on board.
Okay, but what's your ultimate goal? Where do you want to reach? Whereby when you reach there, this much than retire.
I want to be the world champion.
Right.
I want to win the next tournament and the other one in England. That's my goal. And then there I'll be okay.
Interesting. Now, Juliet, we want to see how good you are with your feet. So I ask you to go over there, you pick up that ball, and then you do some ball juggling. We see how good you are.
Let's see that.
You said you once played football.
I can't do that.
So let's see how you do. You're good with your hands, but let's see how good you can do with your feet. Who knows, maybe Faz can tap some talent from Juliet. There goes Juliet, Nyika. She picks up the ball, and now she wants to try out. And the time starts now. 1, 2.
Okay, try again.
Okay, you have one more try. 1, 2. Let's see test first. The general secretary. Oh, just you can put it in the pocket.
Okay.
All right. So Tesfa Shinkombwe, ladies and gentlemen, she's the Zambia Pool Union General Secretary. Let's see what she can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, wow.
Tesfa, you want to take after Kalusha Bwalia?
Yes.
Kamalefti.
Yes.
No, this is very good. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
But you've tried as well. You've never played football, but you've tried. So we have to end here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. So I was hosting Juliet Nyika, who just won the Queen's International Pool Tournament in Zimbabwe, and she says she wants to be the world champion. And Tesfa Shinkombo, who is the Zambia Pool Union General Secretary, and he is calling for all those that love pool to come and join. Go and check out their Facebook page, Zambia Pool Union, and join the sport of pool. So until next time when we come, but remember, next week will be Christmas, the other week will be New Year. We may not be there, but continue watching TV3 and Sports Hub. My name is Modern Kapechera Sinkala. Goodbye.